Hi, I'm Teresa. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sewing Simplicity 5276 View G. I'm just going to be sewing the collar and the facing. This collar is the same for G as it is on F. But anyways, you get a lot of bang for your buck with this pattern, so I do highly recommend it. If you see it, pick it up. It's worth it. I did make one change. I added Velcro for the front here because my daughter's so young and she's not very good with buttons yet because she's only 2, and this way it'll be easier for her to dress her doll. But other than that, I stuck to the pattern. Let's see if she's not going to stand up now. Yeah. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'll try my best to answer it in a timely manner. Sometimes I get a little caught up with life and it'll take me a day or two to log back in and respond to comments, but I will eventually read them and respond. So without further ado, let's get sewing. The shoulder seams have already been sewn together and the pocket has already been sewn on. Step 5. Stitch facing to collar, leaving notched edges open. Trim corners. Lay your 2 collar pieces on top of each other with the right sides together. We're going to sew up the side, across the back, and down the other side, leaving the bottom of the collar open, so then you can turn it right side out. Step 6. Turn collar right side out, press, machine-based raw edges together. The first thing I do is clip the corners, and then I turn it right side out. It's important to iron it after turning it right side out. I use a pin to pick the corners out. I set my machine to 4 and I baste the opening close. Step 7. On outside, pin collar to neck edge, matching centers and placing small dots at shoulder seams. Baste. I lay it right on top, matching the center back notches, and carefully pin it down around the curve of the neck. You could keep your stitches on long. I just wasn't thinking and I shortened my stitch length and then I sewed it down. After taking the pins out, it should look like this. Step 8. Turn back extension to outside along folded line, forming facing. Stitch shoulder seams of front and back facings. Stitch 1/4 inch, 6 millimeters from edge. So here I take the back facing piece and I pin it down to the front piece with the right sides together, matching notches. Once you pin it, it looks like this. Then I sew it together, the notched edges only. I decided to serge the raw edges, and then I take it over to my pressing mat and I iron it down. After ironing it, I needed to finish the raw edges. So I'm going to serge along the front facing, across the back, and then down the front. And after I do that, I clip the loose threads off. Step 9. With the right sides together, pin facings to neck edge, over the collar, matching center back and shoulder seams. stitch neck edge clip curves. I take the facing and I fold it over the back of the top with the right sides together, and then I pin down the raw edges of the neck. It looks like this once it's pinned. Then I take it to my machine and I stitch it down. Step 10. Turn the facing to inside, press, pressing the collar out. Tack facing to shoulder seams. So here I clip the corners and I turn it right side out. I go ahead and iron all of the facing down across the back as well. And now it looks like this. Next, I top stitch the front and across the back. I set my machine to 2.5 and I sew it down. And I'm sorry, I thought that I was recording, but it turns out I wasn't. So I don't have any footage of that. But here's what it looks like after I was done. I top stitched the back collar too. And the last thing to do to finish the facing is tack it down at the shoulder seam. I stitch in the shoulder seam ditch. And now the collar and the facing are done. So here's a close-up of the jammies after they are finished. Here's the top and the shorts. And here is what they look like inside out. Alright, and that's a wrap. Here it is when it's done. I didn't show in the video that I did put I ended up doing 2 lines of stitching here. Just because I like the way it looks, and that's it. Oh my goodness, Kirsten, we're just gonna set her down. Yeah, so I put 2 lines of stitching here, 2 lines of stitching around the sleeves and the bottom hemlines, just because I like the way it looks, and that's it. I hope this video helps. If it does, let me know, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.